Hello, I'm Alana, the founder of Facing Monday, and this is your one stop shop for all things thriving at work. And today we are going to unbox my new product called the Thrive at Work Affirmation Card Deck. But before I do that, I'm going to show you a little bit about how the box looks. So there's the front. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see how it looks. It's a nice cream color. I thought that would be pretty cool. The first side has our website, facingmonday.com, if I can get in the camera right, but there's facingmonday.com. And then the other side has the Thrive at Work logo, and you can see a close up of the shrink wrap right here. So then the other side has the icons that we use for each of the categories for the cards, and I'll get into that in a minute. And the other side has our logo. So it's a sneak peek of the back of the box as well. It tells you how you can use these cards, but you can use them however you want. But some of the ideas I had were keeping them at your workspace for encouragement, reading them during breaks to recharge, and sharing them with colleagues. So here's a closer view of the description of what's in there in my website. And it has the information that I mentioned before. Now I am going to remove the shrink wrap from the box. And you can use whatever you want to. If you don't want a box cutter, use scissors or anything like that. As you can see, there are different colors based on the different categories that I chose for the cards, and I'm going to get into that in a second. But as you can see, they're pretty big. They fit well in your hand, and they have a nice glossy finish. So I'm going to choose one of the cards from the Rise and Shine category. And this says, I am valuable simply for who I am. My value is not determined by my productivity or achievements. So, this is a good card category to use when you're waking up in the morning. Sometimes, when I first wake up, instead of picking up my phone, I get the cards and I read one of the affirmations just to get my day going. So, this one was really impactful for me personally. So I'm going to choose another one from another category, and we'll choose the purple. The purple is about relationships. So this one says, I celebrate the successes of others and reject comparison and competition. Whew, these are two big issues when you are going through it at work for a lot of people, especially comparison. Sometimes we're feeling down and we don't even realize that we're comparing ourselves with others, and that makes us feel even more down. So it keeps us focused on the main thing, which is making sure that we do the best that we can do. So I'm going to choose another category. We have one for handling conflict. So this could be used during meetings and things like that. So this one says, I give feedback with kindness and honesty, focusing on building others up. So I chose this one because I noticed when I would be getting negative feedback, sometimes I would try to retaliate and make sure that my feedback was just as negative or even more negative. But as we're growing and thriving at work, we're not trying to focus on retaliation anymore. So I think these cards, especially this category, would be really good for those virtual meetings, or if you have to go to a physical meeting, or just before opening an email that you know might get you riled up. And here's the next category, character. I refuse to isolate myself in an attempt to avoid hurt. I remain open to connection. This is something I did personally when I was feeling hurt and rejected at work. I would just isolate myself in the name of protecting my peace, but a lot of times that stopped connection, that stopped opportunities, and I had to tell myself to remain open to that connection because avoiding that hurt sometimes made me avoid opportunities. So we can get into that a little more, but there are a few more cards about our character because we can't control what other people do, but we can control how we are and how we respond. And the last category are reflect and act cards. And these give actions that you can do or reflections that you can do. This one's about morning gratitude and reading the rise and shine cards when you wake up. And I showed you those before. Those are the yellow cards. So I'm going to show you again in this pile. And that's one of the rise and shine cards. So the activity was just saying to use this card throughout the day instead of reaching for your phone. So I'm going to show you the colors again so you can see how bright and pretty they are. That's the back with the logo and the product title. So one way you can use them is just take them out of the box, but you can also have a card stand. I'm thinking about selling these. I'm not selling them just yet. Some people will get them though. And as you can see, I put the card on the stand. I'm just showing you all how it will look. And you could have this on your desk and just have like a card of focus for that day. But you can also just take them out of the box and like flip through them. And that's what I had to do recently. So I'm just going to put them back in the box. That's what you can do at the end of the day. You can have them around with you, but I just like to keep them in the box for easy access and to make sure that I keep all of the cards together. And that's it for the Thrive at Work cards. I'm so excited for you all to try them. Look for them at www.facingmonday.com.